Yes.
What's in that pack?
We have most of what's in the pack. It's our home care products, food brand products, mostly Unilever products, and these are things that they can use in their homes and in their families.
So and it's just basic house care products, like you said. Sometimes, you know, it's the staples that you feel like everyone has access to that you don't remember. So it's just like we called it a care pack. How can you quickly fix your home, put together breakfast, lunch, something for the children, for yourself? That's what.
Is it something you give to them every month, every year, or is it one-off?
This is just a one-off, which is why we also have the second part of it, that we're doing the business part of it. Yeah. So what we do with those ones is that we help them start the business, and not just help them start the business, we work with them in the business. So we even appoint sales representatives who would work with them, depending on the businesses they're running, and then help them grow their businesses so that the business is sustainable. So it's not something that starts and then maybe after we leave them, it ends. We're able to help them grow their business to a point where they are earning a living, their quality of life has improved, and they're also able to cater for their family and their community.
So you are involved to the extent that you support them and you're giving them advice and all.
Yes, all of that. We call it hand-holding.
Okay. Well, tell me, how did you begin and why did you begin to work with widows?
Yeah, so I host a show, well, you know, I host a show and on a talk show called Moments, and on one of our episodes we had Ms. Chinyere Anoku of the Self-Worth Organization come, and she's been working with widows for years. And I was just, I've had so many different stories come on the show through, and for some reason it really gripped me. So this was December 2016. You know, everyone was kind of going out, having a good time, and I just got into this very sober place where I said, what have I done for anyone in my life? Like, how have I impacted anyone's life? You know, people say we're inspired by being a talk show host and all this stuff, but I didn't feel like I'd done any tangible impact. And we live in a society where, you know, generally there's no social services. So I really just felt like it was something that I wanted to do. I started working with them, and once, you know, we did a Christmas party, you know, we had a Valentine's Day party. But Miss Anoku told me she wanted to open a center.
Valentine's Day party.
Yeah, because they don't get vowed by anyone. So we just felt like it would be something to do for them. And she told me she wanted to open a center. So the center is an empowerment center where we train them in makeup, tailoring, and catering. And from that's what we've partnered with Lipton on, so that we can give them seed capital to start those businesses. And once they do that, you know, something as small as earning 3,000 naira from doing makeup per day for one client and then scaling up, it really makes a world of difference.
Of course, that's a lot of money, 3,000 naira a day.
Yeah.
And for makeup, you might be lucky and find 3 clients in one day.
Exactly. So that's just if you get one client. And we understood that also a lot of the widows have older daughters. So the daughters are enrolled in the makeup classes. And I'm really, really excited just because, again, like I said, it's very rare. I mean, so this whole time I've been saying to someone, I've been like telling someone, I was like, I'm kind of getting tired. And I started talking about it online because I wanted people to help me to do the project. So to know that there's an opportunity where an organization has seen a need and to meet into the gap. Women are often forgotten, specifically widows. You know, they're dealing with financial stress, and they're also dealing with traditional practices that are not being abolished. So there's so many layers when we're thinking about it, and I like the fact that we're basically speaking out for a group that has been silenced.
Yeah, Damilala, how can Nigerians be a part of this campaign?
So, like I mentioned, it's there are several ways all of us can be part of the campaign, and one of it is what we've said is, when you buy a pack of Lipton, you're helping us reach more people, because when we sell more, we make more profit, and we're able to do more than we anticipate. That's one.
So drink more Lipton.
Drink more Lipton. Beyond that, reach out to people by yourself. Offer support in terms of your skills. For example, the Self-Worth Center, where they train women to do catering, makeup and stuff. If you have the skills, you can go off volunteer. It doesn't have to be money. If you can't give money, maybe you can give your time. And also on the Shakti program as well, where we take women through a sales training program before they start the businesses themselves. So it's beyond just, like I said, giving care packs to people or just handing over money to them. Because sometimes when you give money to someone and you've not taught them what to do with it, you've just made them more irresponsible.
Exactly.
So when you go through the training program, you get the opportunity to learn how to manage a business, and then you follow through from them. I think more than that, it's the most critical part of this project for me. So. Yeah.
And again, let me call out the impact. The impact is what we often overlook. If you look at the stories, I can tell you one about a woman who, a widow as well, and she had no place, she had no food to eat, she didn't know where her next meal was coming from, and she heard Unilever was running the Women's Empowerment Program, because we do that in rural communities, and she had to borrow the money to go to the training site. She borrowed the money and she went. She was selected as one of the women we empowered. Right now she's making about 150,000 naira per month. Yes.
Wow.
She's sending her children to school. Life changing. So the impact on the life of the woman, the impact on the life of her children, and then even her community. Yes, it's enormous.
Indeed. Thank you so much. But I begin to wonder, when are we going to do this for? Are there no widowers? I mean, the men whose wives are...
we get asked it all the time, and I always am like trying to like laugh it off, but I'm just like, that's another story for another day.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I think what I would say is there are several underprivileged groups or people who would always need support, and sometimes you need to focus your effort on the group that you're going to help. Does this mean the widowers do not need support? Of course they do, but at this time we've chosen that it's widows we want to focus on. And
no problem.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you so much, Damilola Daniel, Brand Manager, Lipton, Ayodele Alabi, Unilever Sustainable Living Plan Manager, and Bolanle Olukoni, TV host, presenter, and founder of God's Wives. Thank you, ladies.
Thanks for having us.
Wish you well.
Hopefully you'll be drinking some tea.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't do Lipton, but I'll try.
You should try.
I will try. All right, thank you so much. Sunrise will be back for the home stretch. Please don't go away.